Well, happy days to everybody who's watching. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and if not, I hope this makes your day a little bit better. If you're new here, I hope you consider subscribing, and if this ain't your cup of tea, that's okay too. I'm glad you gave it a watch. um, so I have been sitting here for like 30 minutes rereading, going over things that I found, and so far, remember when we investigated, we found books. As you can see, we found a succubus book, a witch record, undead record book, and I think that's it. And I when I read through them, they each gave me a clue, a monster of deception, which is this. Now, I immediately was like, monster of deception? Let me go ahead and start marking things out. Uh, I decided to wait off until I get some other stuff about other people, and the witch is, you know, a monster of fear. I will not go over the book with you guys unless you guys really want me to. I'm sure you don't. But yeah, I went through all of this and it gave me a couple of clues. So right now I thought I wanted to hang out with Sumi. I don't think I want to hang out with Sumi anymore. I think I'm gonna go hang out with Hana. I don't know why. I had a real creepy vibe about it. Not to mention that the witch was like the no, not that's the undead. The witch is the monster of fear. In case one, the monster type was fear. So I think I'm gonna switch up who I'm gonna hang out with because I want to find human. I'm gonna hang out with Hana because we already hung out with Ren. Oh boy, and we hung out with Mina. I'm gonna go hang out with Hana now. Right? Hello? Okay. I had to click on the go. Okay. I should go see Hana. I arrive at the abandoned village, a desolate, depressing sight. Forgotten and left. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh my god. Forgotten and left to the relentless power of nature. That creepy witness guy told me that Hana Sei could be the fox spirit. A nine-tailed fox? It's nuts. The nine-tailed fox is a creature of myth and legend, not something real. Did I even hear him right? Excuse me. I can't help but chuckle. What kind of sick version of reality have I ended up in? I strolled through the abandoned village and carefully observed my surroundings. It's coming off a tad bit creepy, and no matter who we hang out with, I'm suspicious of them all. So I don't know who is good and who's not. It's a weird feeling. The fact that Hana could possibly be some sort of evil creature scares me. On the other hand, I'm on edge because I can't find her. The motel owner said she'd be somewhere around here. At a ruined, desolated shack, I turned around the corner while lost in thought. Sorry. There you are. I forgot she doesn't trust me because she thinks I might have murdered somebody, but that's a different story. It's okay if she doesn't trust me. Having heard the sound of my voice, Hana turns around. The two of us just stare at each other for a moment. Come back for round 2 of getting roasted? You some kind of masochist? Pardon? The awkward atmosphere is made somewhat better by a casual quip. Or is it? You heard me loud and clear. I forgot she really doesn't trust us, even though she showed up after we investigated the whole thing. Okay, Hannah. What are you doing in a place like this? I tried to talk to Hana, skillfully ignoring her tasery threat. And, yep, she's ignoring me. Damn. This whole situation is beyond awkward. Did she leave? Oh, I thought she left. I've been saying, did she really just ignore us and leave? She's looking around all over the place, searching for something, all while seemingly ignoring my existence. There's something I've been meaning to talk to her about. Hana? Mm. That day, when we saw the grisly scene, are you doing okay? Yes. That's it? She really doesn't want to talk to us. It's going to be hard. If she is the human, it's going to be really hard getting Hana to trust us. Awkwardness strikes back with full force once again. Jung-sung? Yes? What brought a program director all the way out here? Well, I paused for a moment to think about my answer. I worry about how much about me I can openly tell Hana. I can't exactly mention all that demonic stuff. Yeah, I think that would give her a hint if she wasn't the human. And talk about rituals and monsters. Then again, I wonder if clumsy lies are the way to go. That's simply a house of cards bound to collapse. With that in mind, I came here chasing a case that I'm in charge of. Sorry. It's a missing persons case. Quite a big one, actually. Missing persons? Is that so? Oh, God. Oh. Please don't get in my face. A big one, you say? Just how big are we talking? Well, it depends on what you're talking about when you're talking about big. Because I mean, are we still talking about a case or? Cause I mean, we can talk later. Okay. Let me stop. Hana's attitude seemed to have changed slightly. We're talking big. Wink, wink. Many missing persons from multiple areas. They all disappeared at the same time. Big enough to be labeled a mass disappearance case. That's a little weird, but still. People go missing all the time. It's nothing too unusual, right? I really love this picture of her right here where she just looks so innocent and interested in us. Like she's listening to our every word. I love it. I love the way they drew her in this area. It would only be peculiar if all the missing people were one singular group, so to speak. Something like this doesn't just happen out of the blue on such a grand scale. Once this gets reported with broadcasts running all night long, that's when its severity becomes clear. Also, you can't forget to add the murder that happened here to the list. Or rather, the death. Let's just call it that for now. You can't be sure it's murder yet. Let's take a look at it. The one that we saw. How was the body? Traces sharp objects damaged the body. Cause of death likely cuts to the chest. If you say so, June. If you say so. Oh God, what is that? I hate my freaking thing keeps coming unplugged and plugging back up. Stop it right now. Jesus. But as you saw for yourself, this is not an ordinary death. Religious symbols. Oh my God. I'm so sorry, you guys. No, plug it back in. And it should be fine, right? Make sure everything's still recording. Everything's fine? Okay, good. We're good. But as you saw for yourself, this is not an ordinary death. Religious symbols, strangely arranged objects all over the place. If the bizarre death directly related to the missing person case, it's very likely that this is much more than a run-of-the-mill disappearance case. So, what you're saying is the plan to is you plan to continue covering the case? What's with the sudden interest in my work, Miss Lawyer? You see, it's a difference in when she's like interested and when she's like trying to act all tough. It's so cute. I love it. Ha. Looks like I hit a sore spot. Hana looks pissed. Having to turn the tables this time, I felt triumphant for a moment. Although I'm honestly confused. I wouldn't feel too, like, yeah, I got her, because she'll pull that taser out real quick. She showed nothing but disinterest in everything I had to say so far. So why is she curious all of a sudden? That's the confusing part to me too. Well, yeah, I intend to keep covering the case. I've been working on this missing persons case for a while now. I wonder, maybe she's interested in it because she might have a client that might have went missing, and or not a client, but maybe she's trying to prove a client innocent. She is a lawyer, so. And that leads me here. I plan on following every clue I find. Hana looks at me and seems to be thinking about something. Then points to a place right behind me. Got a moment to go go there and talk. Blah. Got there. Go there and talk there. Blah. I'm messing up all over the place. Hana seems ready to share something she had kept to herself till now. I nod and we enter the abandoned building together. Please don't hurt me. Are those swords? Those look like swords over there. I mean, oh God, this building does look like it hasn't been touched in years. As shabby as the place looks, I am messed up all over the place. For as shabby as the place looks, it's doing a good job of keeping the biting wind at bay. Why could I not get that sentence out? Ugh. Hana looks around and sits down on the creaky chair, but not before using a handkerchief to brush off the dust. You just carry around a handkerchief now? There's another chair on the floor next to Hana, but I choose to lean against the wall. It's cooler that way. Okay, let's talk. Hana glances at the chair on the floor. I feel like she wants to say something, but then she turns her head and looks at me. Actually, I'm here because I'm looking for someone. See? I told you guys. Someone who also went missing a while ago. Wait, really? Can you give me more details? The person that's missing is a friend of my father's. Initially, it was being treated like a missing persons case. But as time passed, I'm gonna sneeze. 1 second, you guys, because something is really. Something was really like in the background, just flickering. I didn't know what it was. I guess I left another game open. Initially, it was being treated like a missing person case, but as time passed, it was turned into a suspected murder. A murder case? Yes. And as it stands, my father is supposedly involved. And when you say involved, you mean my father is being framed and treated as a suspect of the murder case. So somebody framed her father. Oh. He's being labeled as an unscrupulous killer who murdered his friend. That's why I choose to investigate the disappearance myself. If I find him, alive that is, my father will no longer be targeted for false accusations. Following the trail led me all the way here. Oh, but what if the witness just led her here? Oh, God. Hana, can I ask you something? What is it? Am I right to assume that the reason that you're telling me this is Um, mm, she suspects me of having had contact with who she's looking for, or her case and the one I'm chasing might be connected. Ooh, I don't know which one. This one sounds more like correct, but maybe she thinks we might know the person. She'd have to give us like a description or something. Because you see how thick that folder was that we have of all those missing people? There's no way. There's no way. I mean, personally, I wouldn't remember. Maybe Jun Sung, because he is a reporter, he does investigate things like this, he might remember people. There is no way I would I would forgot like the first 4 people off the bat. So I'm going to say this. Do you think there's a connection between my missing persons case and the one that you're working? Anna looks a little troubled upon hearing my question. I hope she can tell me everything and that we can share our information. She still seems somewhat hesitant. Yes, that's correct. Since you're covering the case, I assume you must have access to a list of people who have gone missing. And if my father's friend is on there, our 2 cases are without a doubt linked. Yeah, look how thick that is. There's no way we would remember. I try to process all the information I found so far. For the first time, after the devil's assault on my senses, I feel like my journalistic instincts have finally reawakened. What's the name of the missing person? His name? Seong Hwan? I hope I said his name right. Seong Hwan? Is he on the list of people you're looking for? I've gone over the list of names hundreds of times. I'm gonna sneeze. Bless me, I'm so sorry, you guys. I tried to mute it. I've gone on the list of names hundreds of times already while I was covering the case. If Seyoung's name was on there, I would have remembered it already. However, no matter how hard I think, I don't recall having seen that name before. I'm afraid not. That's the first time I'm hearing that name. Blah, sorry. I cannot speak today. When in doubt, take a deep breath. There we go. For some reason, I am just tongue-tied today. The 2 of us stay silent for a while. My mind is racing. There's so much going on in my head. We both shared what we know, but have no real results. That's troubling. We need way more details and specifics if we want to get to the bottom of this. While I'm still mulling over things, Hana suddenly gets up. Let's leave for now. What? I hesitate and clumsily take my back off the wall that I'm leaning against. There are so many unanswered questions. Why does she want to call it quits? But I'm still trying to figure out. Let's focus on gathering more information. She brushes off the dust from that stacks on her pants from sitting on the chair as we speak. We can do this. Let's meet up back here when we find anything. If we find anything, sorry. First, we should focus on the true nature of the disappearance case. The death and cases seem to stem from the same root after all. Now she's like kind of eager to help us. So maybe she thinks that we're hiding something. She's trying to stick close by just in case she figures something out. I don't know. She's kind of suspicious now to me. I can only guess right now. But the disappearance seemed to have a deep connection to Hope's Hill Village. So looking around should provide value clues. To sum it up, our focus is on missing persons. That is the key. Okay? Don't yell at me, Hana. After we both finish digging around, let's meet back here. Excuse me. Let's meet back here again to talk about our findings. I doubt anyone will find us here. Hana now dustfully heads to the door already. Her attitude offends me a little. We're both pursuing the same leads, working the same case. Despite this, she's trying to play it overly cool. I guess working and being social don't go hand in hand. Oh yeah. Just before leaving, she dumped she dumped. Just before leaving this dump, Hannah stops and turns around. How did you know I was here? I'm sorry, what? You said, there you are, when you saw me, remember? That means you clearly came here looking for me, so how did you know? Uh-oh, she's gonna freak out when she finds out. She sounds awfully harsh. Seriously, is this woman still suspicious of me? Even after everything we've talked about? The motel owner told me you'd be somewhere around here. Everybody's so suspicious of this man, and yet he knows everything about everybody. I really think he's the devil. That old creep? Even though I purposely avoided him and tried to keep it a secret? The motel owner's ugly grimace pops up in my mind. Ugh, just look at him. He looks sweaty. He looks like he smells like baked beans. No one eats baked beans anymore. Ugh, go away. His overly excited voice, his unsettling eyes following me. As expected, the motel owner's on the devil's side. Whether as a simple servant or more, I don't know. However, I can't exactly just talk about demons and the devil with Hana out of nowhere. I don't want her to think that I'm trying to gloss over it, so I think I'm going to ask back. You came out here to avoid the motel owner? Why? This whole place feels strange, but something about him in particular makes me uneasy. He always seems to know way too much about me, about what I'm trying to do. He always knows which place I've been to, as if I'm constantly being monitored by him. But forget I just said anything. I probably worried about it way too much. After Hana finishes speaking, she turns away and leaves the house. I know he's working with the devil. He could possibly be the devil. With Hana gone, I try to sort my thoughts. Hana clearly not willing. Sorry. I'm trying not to cough. Hana's clearly not willing to let her guard down around me just yet. A natural reaction given the circumstances. An unknown remote village, a dead body, a stranger who's never been here before. Honestly, I probably wouldn't trust me either. Even being fully aware of all of that, I can't help but feel a little frustrated. I scratch my head and start walking. I shouldn't preoccupy myself with this now. There are still many other things I have to take care of. So, we got to talk to Hana. I don't think we got any close. However, I'm hoping that she'll start to open up to us a little more now that she knows why we're here and what we're doing. Having finished everything on my schedule, I'm back in my room. The sun is already setting. In my opinion, this day went by way too fast. Phew. I throw myself on my crusty blanket. Everything that's happened has exhausted me. I'm too tired to move. But still, I shouldn't sort out and order anything. And order everything I found out during my investigation today. Okay. Conclusion. Conclusions provide info about the motive and the culprit. Conclusions. This is where trust. Oh, I wonder how we build it up so much. This is where trust levels can be seen at a glance. While listening suspects, oh God, at the same time, while listening suspects at the same time. No. Well, it appears there isn't enough information to arrive to a good conclusion yet. I put my phone away and fused with my soft blanket again. I feel like I'm still aimlessly wandering through the fog. But if I keep going at it, little by little, step by step, maybe it's... Uh-oh. Please let the scary happen. A day passed by. Jesus. 5 more days. We literally have 5 more days to figure this out. But I think I'm going to stop right there. Thank you guys so much. I know I'm making these short, but I prefer these at least to be short, especially because the game is a random game. You never know what's going to happen. So thank you guys so much. I truly, truly, truly appreciate it. And I will see all you guys in the next video. Have a good day. Love and peace.